So you have to ask yourself, baby, is this the very first episode of the 6-scale market power rankings? And I say, look, I've got the wizard juice right here, baby. Let's crack it open. And look at all those constellations move. I think there's some ice in there too. Delicious. As are the top 20 for this week 6-scale market power rankings. Let's look at them and dive into it right now. All right, and welcome to the very first episode of 6-scale market power rankings right here at the 6-scale cantina. And listen, you could get the 6-scale power rankings, this week's 6-scale power rankings, on Look at What's Back, 6scalecantina.net, baby. That's right. The website is back, 6scalecantina.net. You're seeing it here on your screen. After this episode, you could always check out the 6-scale power rankings right here, along with a lot of everything else. I'll go through this website with you really, really quick. You get a great homepage here. Come on. And then you get the latest YouTube videos right there on the homepage. You got a tab for the market chart, which is coming mixed soon, baby. Working on it, but you can get it right here. You got a tab here to support 6-scale Cantina. Come on, you know what time it is. And you also got the latest information on the upcoming, much anticipated Season 2 of Ancient Action Figures. Look at the new logo, baby. And you could get the cast and their bios right here. Look, you got Reverend Possible right there. You've got the InArt Cowboy. You've got Dr. Wonder, Captain Crunch, Ares Tarrington, whoever that is. And the image coming soon, the 13th Skull. Now, I don't have the bios for these guys up here yet, but keep coming, check them back this week here at 6scalecantina.net. And we'll go ahead and go, you'll be able to catch that for sure. But listen, baby, listen, I'm so looking forward to this Season 2, putting a lot of time, effort, and thought into that for sure. And I think you guys and gals are going to seriously enjoy the heck out of this. I sure hope so. Anyway, with the amount of effort that I'm going to be and I am putting into it. So these power rankings, just so you know, it's not about what is the best figure. It is about what figure and what figures are tracking the most attention in the secondary market right now. They do not include anything that's up for pre-order for InArt or Hot Toys. So you're not going to see the InArt Legolas up here, and you're not going to see the Artisan Jack Sparrow or the Artisan Anakin up here yet. But when they get officially released, even if they're on pre-order, once they're officially released, they make it up on here. And again, these power rankings focus on the most sought after, for whatever reason, whether the figure's good or not good, in the secondary market. So without further ado, baby, let's go for this week in the top 20. And at number 20, the A New Hope Princess Leia. And listen, I'm not surprised on this figure, but all the original trilogy figures from the past are declining. Obi-Wan isn't selling the Alec Guinness one for as much as it was. Grand Moff Tarkin really tanked down. So has that 2-pack. The A New Hope Han Solo really, really down. The Chewbacca, forget about it. Now, a lot of that has to do with the new, far superior head sculpt of Harrison Ford, with that Return of the Jedi Han Solo that's up for pre-order right now, and that Chewbacca and C-3PO 2-pack from The Empire Strikes Back. That Chewbacca, which has wool hair. Not rooted, but wool hair, nonetheless, an upgrade. And, just wait until an artisan Han Solo comes out. And just wait for when an artisan Leia comes out, which certainly they're going to take advantage of with this particular look from her. But number 20, this week on Leia. And, again, not surprising, but not doing as much as it used to. This figure used to get $600-700. Now it's getting around the 400 range, probably with shipping and taxes, 450, 475. And I think it's because collectors know far superior Leias are coming, and the way Hot Toys is putting out figures, they're coming a lot faster than in the past. So honestly, baby, collectors don't have to think about, I gotta wait 3, 4, 5, 6 years. I could be dead by then. You may just have to wait 3 or 4, 5, 6 months, the way Hot Toys is putting these out. And going forward at number 19, the DX09 Batman. And you know what's interesting about this? The new 2.0 of this is not even on this list because they missed the mark, Hot Toys, with getting the faceplate likeness like Michael Keaton, as good as this was from the past. And then you started to see this, where this was sinking, because everyone was anticipating the new 1989 Keaton Batman. This one was starting to sink, and as soon as everyone saw the reviews and saw the videos, this one started to go up and up and up. So I have to imagine that the DX09 is, going to be, a very sought out after piece for quite some years, unless they go ahead and do this particular exact one again. And you're seeing this one track about, anywhere from $350 to $450 within that range. It can get as high as all in taxes and shipping, $500 in. But a lot of people go after it. It's not just one. It's not just a couple here and there buying it. There are a lot of bidders and collectors that seek this out, just like the aforementioned Leia. Number 19, this Batman. Let's go to 18. Yes. And this Padme Amidala. Long on waitlist already and sold out. And, we're seeing a lot of these figures starting to, a lot of them, not all of them. We'll have to see what percentage of it is. But a lot of these new figures, they come out and they hover below the retail price, even though they've been on waitlist even before they get officially released. But not this one, baby. This one is tracking very similarly like Princess Leia. Like that A New Hope Leia. Like Hoth Leia. And, this one here, per system, I do think that they're going to do even better with Padmes in the future. Especially when we get some artisan ones, which I sense one coming by the end of this year. Let's go to 17. We're going to go to the 17 here, but I got to pause for some wizard juice. Cheers. Hit the like button, baby. Don't forget to subscribe. All right. Let's go to number 17 on this list. And yes, this one is down. This one is tracking down because the DX33 sculpted, the sculpted and the rooted versions of this artisan Joker came out. So this one's down a little bit, but still in the top 20 and still very sought after. Once that dust settles, you only got 3,000 of this Joker, and you only got 4,000 of the rooted one, and it's probably only a few thousand or so of the sculpted one. But at number 17 on this list is the Batman imposter version of the Joker, but tracking down because of all the heavy. Everyone's trying to get the DX33 at the moment. Number 16. And wow, would you look at that head sculpt? It is still one of the most best head sculpts that you can get on here. It's absolutely crazy. And it's kind of funny that this would be, on the list, being, so old, that it is. But, honestly, it's just crazy, that it is. But yeah, putting that up on there and just, gazing your eyes upon that, Count Dooku. And this sells consistently at the low and in the $400 range all the time. All the time. Within the $400 range. And not just one bid, but lots of bid jacking up the price to that $400 range. Absolutely insane. Let's go to number 15. Yeah, a lot of people are, can you believe it, this figure? Starting to see it calm down a little bit. It did trend down here. It was up higher about a week ago when I was investigating it, but still on this list to make this episode. But honestly, with this one, baby, let's just be honest. This is the best Ewan McGregor head sculpt that you can get. And a lot of people are looking to get this figure. And it's kind of funny. There's more play on this. We'll have to keep an eye on it than there was on the Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan Kenobi, which kind of tanked from being $600-700 to in the 200s. Interesting. Number 15, the DX26, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Number 14. Obi-Wan Kenobi, General Kenobi. A ton of play. On this particular figure. And, it waitlisted right when it came out. Is right when this waitlisted, baby. Right when it came out. It waitlisted, and it generates a ton. It generates an absolute ton, to be completely honest with you. And if I can pull, an example up onto the screen and kind of show you, like even on eBay here, the amount of money that goes for. I'll pull it up and show you real quickly. And you can see this right here on the screen. $345 for a General Kenobi. And, how much is this going to, track up? We're going to have to keep an eye on it. But I don't think that this is one that they're going to redo anytime soon. With this particular figure. I could pull up, because we already talked about her, number 20 on the list. The A New Hope Leia. And look at that. Not tracking anywhere near what it used to, but a hefty $360. And you can see here 20 bits And from an outstanding seller with all 100% feedback and not including $41.02 in shipping. So $400, $401.02, not including taxes. And that's again where this figure still tracks between, $400 and $500 all in, not where it was at 6-7. But again, collectors are getting wind that a lot of these figures are going to be coming out again, and I can pull this up onto the screen. And again, it fluctuates, but the DX09, right here, 25 bids, jacking this up to $345. An outstanding seller, 104 feedback, all 100% positive. Not including 35, it's $375 when you include taxes, over $400 for, this DX09. So this is what's happening, with these figures here, ladies and gentlemen, for sure. All right, so number 14, let's keep counting them down. You are watching the top 20 Power Rankings market, 6-scale market Power Rankings, the first one ever. And for this week here, December 1st through December 7th. And of course, at 6scalecantina.net, you can see the Power Rankings all the time going on there. And you'll be able to, take a look at this right after this show for sure. So let's continue to go down and go to number 13. And you could see right there the DX28. And when I include some of these that have multiple DX27, DX28, or it has a deluxe or a regular, it includes them all. But yeah, there's a lot of collectors that look to get these in the secondary market, not going for as high as it was at all. Low 300s and mid 300s a lot. Not including shipping and taxes, but a lot of collectors looking for this figure. I do believe that this is still a contender for figure of the year, but it's not going to be figure of the year. And I'll explain that to you later. But it is one of the best figures of all time and tracking as such within the secondary market. Number 12, Palps, baby. You have you have Darth Sidious from Revenge of the Sith. You have Emperor Palpatine from the Clone Wars up there. Available for pre-order. Well, you can't get the Revenge of the Sith one anymore on Sideshow anyway. But yeah, this figure, and it doesn't go for where it was. But still between $400 and $500, not $600 and $700. But I think you've got a couple of other versions of Sidious Palpatine that you can get and that are coming out, and I think everybody knows they're 2.0ing everything. This one does not have purrs, and the new Return of the Jedi one will, and we'll have a head sculpt that will beat this one, and a lot of collectors are getting wind. So, and you're seeing a lot of this stuff go down and suffer in consequence. But this is still one of the most highly sought after at number 12. Number 11. This figure gets a lot. And again, this is rooted and regular, but, InArt really just came on the scene and changed everything. And this one is very, very highly sought after. And still very, very highly sought after. It's not where the Gandalf is. But it's highly sought after. And you're starting to see a lot of these rooted hair figures. And if I say rooted, that means it's implantation technology. Not like with Hot Toys, wool hair. Hot Toys, if it's an artist in there that has wool hair, it's going to say implantation rooted. If it's not rooted, it's just going to be regular wool hair, which is a huge upgrade from the hair they used to have. Like with that Chewbacca. Like with the Lady Deadpool. But It's not like the DX33 Artisan Joker, which is rooted with implantation technology, which is what the Batman is here, and sitting at number 11, highly sought after and going for high prices, which we'll take a look at in a little bit. Let's get to the top 10. And number 10 is this Vader, but I need to pause. Cheers to you, baby. And a lot of people just want this original trilogy. MMS 700, or what's the other one? 699. They're everybody's trying to get them on the secondary market. Not going for anywhere near as high as, for instance, as number 11. With the Batman, but just tracking very, very high. And that's how we establish the power rankings. It's not necessarily the value itself. You may get a 2-pack video game Empire Strikes Back Hoth Snowtroopers that sell very, very high, and more than this or that. But it's just one bidder or two bidders, and it's not the same amount of buzz as these. So just keep that in mind with these power rankings. Number 10, number 9. Yeah, and deservedly so. And this isn't even rooted, except for the the Mad version head sculpt with the bangs. And I want to get this figure. I just kind of got to figure out money to get it. Because this would go great with the Artisan Gal Gadot Wonder Woman, which that WB 100 is, again, their first attempt at Artisan. And this would go great with that. It doesn't go great with some of the other Wonder Woman figures that are out there. But with that one, oh my goodness. But yeah, this is, again, a lot with what Hot Toys and InArt are coming out with, and what Hot Toys is coming out with now. They're spot on. And this is spot on Henry Cavill Superman. From Batman vs. Superman. And at number 9. Let's go to number 8. Yes. Everybody still loves this figure. It doesn't go for $800 to $1,000 or $600 to $700 anymore. It went way down. But people are still spending $400 to $500 to $550 on this particular figure. And it shows with multiple bidders jacking it up, trying to get it over and over and over again. But I'm here to tell you, baby, and I promise you, you're going to be getting another dark side Anakin. From you're going to be getting it with this Artisan Anakin that they're going to be coming out with any minute, and I believe that that's part of the plan. So, should you be spending $400 to $550 on this if this is the version you want? But I think as soon as that comes out, you're going to see this continue to go down for sure. But yeah, continuing on at number 8. There you go. Number 7. I have this figure. I'm turning my head up and I'm looking right at it. It's right next to Gandalf. And this is one of the best figures of all time in anything for sure. This is, and if you want that extra realism with this hair for Viggo Mortensen, and this goes, it doesn't go where the Gandalf is, but when a lot of people watch his reviews, tracking very, very high. Let's go to number 6. Deadpool and Wolverine. This figure is just insane right now. It is just utterly insane, what these figures go for, and especially this Deadpool one. It's just, it's tracking for a lot of money in the secondary market, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to try to, find, an example here for you right now as we're getting ready to get into the top 5 here, so you could take a look at that. But I'm pretty sure, I can get you a Deadpool, and here it is coming up. And putting this up onto the screen. And let's see if I can, navigate this. Here we go. And now just transfer that over. Look at that, $480. We have 19 bids jacking this up. Again, a seller with 100% feedback. MMS 746. Not just one person. A lot of people looking for this figure. A lot of people looking for this figure. For sure. It tracks for an insane amount of money. And, again, bringing up some other ones in here as some figures we just went over. You could see Dooku right here, sold. Just gone. At this price, which is gone, which I don't know why I can't see it on the screen here anymore. So, oh well. I guess I can't use that one, but let me see if I can get the Palpatine one to show up. And there you go. And you can see there, all the way up to $440. Another seller with 100% feedback, not including the 23. So that's 463, $500 for an emperor figure. So it just goes insane. And let me bring up just another one here. Before we go on, and see if I could bring the, oh yeah, there's that one right here. And I'll bring this up. And again, here's the InArt, the Batman Premium. And again, it's not going as high as the Gandalf, and it's not going as high as the DX 33 Joker right now, or some of the other figures, but it's going to continue to go up, I believe. And this is $665 with 23 bids. And look at that shipping, $80. So again, you're seeing, it's not like one or two bids, like, hey, a Yondu just sold for $665. There was 2 bids, which is why he's not on here, but this one is. Again, right now, very, very sought after, as is this. So let's continue to now count down the top 5. Here we are, getting to the top 5. And let's get to it, baby. I don't know what to say about this, but everyone wants this figure. This is far superior to the old one. If you've seen the reviews on this and seen this kind of silicone medical body, whatever medical body that they, medical material, silicone, I don't know, that they use, and how seamless the arms are, and the quality of the jackets. They're not pleather, they're nylon and some other stuff, and the face sculpt with the sweat. And I gotta get this one. I don't have it yet, but I love the Nolan trilogy, and this would just go so freaking great next to the DX33. And number 5. Number 4. This figure goes between $800 to $1,100. And it's not just 2 bids. It's like 20, 30, 40. Number 4. Getting into the top 3. Oh! Gotta pause for this. There's number 3. In your first week of December, market power rankings. Let's pause. Hard to get this figure under $1,000. And again, one of the best, and arguably top 2 or 3 at this point for me, 6-scale figures of all time. Head sculpts. I mean, it's Ian McKellen, baby. And when it's this good, It's that good. And what a lot of these figures you're seeing on here, when it's that good, it's that good. Drum roll. I don't know if you could hear that. Number 2. Yeah. Goes for as much as Gandalf. And just more. And I'm going to show you some stuff with Gandalf and Wonder Woman before we get to number 1. That is going to blow your mind and could be a sign of where these rooted implantation technology hair figures are going to go in the future, especially when they're very, very limited. Now remember, this Wonder Woman is limited to just 1,500 pieces. So when you talk about the long-term value, when InArt comes out with Wonder Woman, when Hot Toys comes out with myriad of other Wonder Womans, it'll never be this exact one. It'll never be this special WB100. It'll be different. And this one will always be just limited to 1,500, which makes it scary in the secondary market for the long-term prospect. This and the Gandalf one moves at unbelievably incredible high prices, which is why you're seeing the Aragorn and the aforementioned the Batman go for where it is. And really, when we get to number 1, you're going to see where that one is going to track in the future. But bringing this back up onto the screen, and I'm going to try and show you some things here. Let's go to the Gandalf first, which is number 3 on the list, and see if I can show you a couple things. So with InArt Gandalf, and this is all day long, with 16 viewed in the last 24 hours, and a bunch of watchers, $1,100, and probably this is just going to sell. 260 feedback, 100% positive at $1,100, but you're starting to see auctions where it will also sell at $2,010. $2,010 for an InArt Gandalf. Let's get to Wonder Woman, and let me show you a couple of crazy things there with Wonder Woman. And again, this just sold. You see that listing sold Saturday, November 9th. And why am I bringing that up? When it sold less than a month ago? Because it was Tim Cent at $1,280. Out of stock. Doesn't even have anymore. Which, if he doesn't have anymore, not a whole lot do. And this goes all day long. Over $1,000. But then you're starting to see some auctions. And don't laugh. When you see it, if I could find it, where you're going to see some of these prices in the future, and I'm actually going to wait before I pull it up. But let's get to number 1. Let's get to number 1 and do it. So without further ado, number 1 on this week's 6-scale market power rankings. And some collectors are calling this the best 6-scale figure of all time. And I have this figure. I have this figure. What do I think of this figure? And I will tell you something. I'm going to pull this up onto the screen. If you like what you're watching here and like the amount of effort that I put into what I do for this hobby, go ahead and join the channel if you want to support me. Click on the little join button, see everything that it comes with. And then you're going to be able to see this exclusive full review and unboxing of the DX33 Joker. Now, I have the InArt Aragorn. I have the Hot Toys Wonder Woman Artisan. I have the InArt Gandalf. I have the imposter version of the Artisan Joker. Okay. Is this the number one figure of all time? I have the Alec Guinness Obi-Wan Kenobi. I have the Count Dooku. I have a lot of good figures. Is this the number one figure of all time? If you want to see up close, and I mean super up close pictures, join the channel and check this out. Exclusively for ancient action figure theorists. You know, you join the channel, you become one of me, baby. Become an ancient action figure theorist. I appreciate your support if you do. I really, really do. Anyway, number one. The amount of play this is getting. And look, you know, Justin did a review on this, and I absolutely loved it. And yes, you know, a lot of collectors agree. This is the best Heath Ledger Joker, but it may be the best 6-scale action figure of all time. And you're going to want to see the review when I go over the clothing, the accessories, how this comes in the package. It is, yeah, that's my picture right there. It's just the level of realism, and it's limited to just 4,000 pieces, and will be forever. And will be forever. And, you know, I'm going to try to pull up again now that data I was waiting for. So let me bring this up. But let me show you some of the craziness that's out there. Because are these figures going to be going? You can get this Joker right now for $10,000. And we all can laugh right now, right? Ha ha, he. Yeah, these figures will never go for that. You see, you just saw Tim Sense sell a $1,280 Wonder Woman. You're seeing where Gandalf is going. Okay? And, you know, when you go ahead and track how much people are spending, you know, let's put up a more reasonable, if you want to call it that. But here's this seller with 3 sold already. And you can see in the little corner there, I wonder if it'll show up on the screen. It probably won't. If I could bring it down a little bit, maybe it will. Oh, there you go. You see right below my video here, right below there, in 2 carts, at $1,049. And I do think, I really do believe that this is for a lot of collectors. And I'm not going to give away what I think about it until if you want to join the channel and watch the video. My exclusive review. If this is the greatest figure of all time, where's the price going to go? But there you go, baby. Number one. And now I'll show you. As I go back to this screen here. And I'll show you how you can get to the this at 6scalecantina.net. So back at the ancient action figure thing here. You can go back to the home page. Go anywhere you want on this menu. But when you go to the 6-scale power ranking menu option, here it is, baby. And you can get your top 10, your top 20 week of December 1 and through December 7. Again, to recap, it's up on the screen. Number 20, A New Hope Leia. Number 19, DX09 Batman. Number 18, Padme. Number 17, Batman Imposter, Artisan Joker. Number 16, Dooku. Number 15, Obi-Wan Series, DX26, Obi-Wan. Number 14, Clone Wars Kenobi. Number 13, DX27, 28, Obi-Wan series Darth Vader. Number 12, Emperor Palps from Return of the Jedi. Number 11, The Batman from InArt. Number 10, Return of the Jedi Vader. Number 9, Batman vs. Superman. InArt Superman. Number 8, still that dark side Anakin. Number 7, InArt Aragorn. Number 6, that Deadpool figure. Number 5, the new Bane from the third film in the Nolan trilogy. Number 4, Crosshair, go figure. Number 3, the InArt Gandalf. Number 2, Wonder Woman. And number 1, the DX33 Artisan Joker. Don't forget to go check out 6scalecantina.net. Don't forget to bookmark it. Don't forget to hit the like button on this episode. Don't forget to subscribe. So you're still going to get the market show every week. I just wasn't able to record it this week, trying to finish this up and get this episode out. And, of course, do the review on the DX33 Artisan Joker. But look for this every week, Power Rankings, to be a separate show from the market show. And don't forget, Ancient Action Figures Season 2. It's coming. You can see a preview right up here on the site. Come check out the site later this week. You'll have the bios up on these characters. And, yeah, I do appreciate it, baby. Remember, I don't always spill my coffee and then try to wash everything down with wizard juice, but when I do, I do it right here at the 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Matter.